Reality Check for Anwar by Azlan Adnan, M.A. Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's recent offer to mediate between India and Pakistan, while noble in intention, has been met with icy resistance, particularly from India's influential media. In a blunt rebuke, Firstpost, a major Indian news outlet, labeled the idea absurd and dismissed Malaysia's credibility as a neutral arbiter. This sharp rebuff, reported by Malaysiakini on the 6th of May 2025, underscores a larger diplomatic truth. In geopolitics, goodwill alone is never enough. Anwar's remarks, made in the spirit of peacebuilding, highlighted Pakistan's difficulties and gently urged the global community not to forget the plight of Kashmir. Yet these words struck a nerve in New Delhi, where the mere suggestion of third-party mediation is a red line. For decades, India has fiercely guarded its bilateral approach to the Kashmir dispute, rejecting external involvement as interference in its internal affairs. It is a position underpinned by history, legal assertions, and national pride. Malaysia's diplomatic history on the Kashmir issue, particularly during the tenure of former Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad, has not endeared it to Indian policymakers. Mahathir's strident criticism of India's revocation of Article 370 in 2019 led to a chill in bilateral relations, including retaliatory trade restrictions. Anwar has since sought to mend ties and recalibrate Malaysia's foreign posture. Yet this latest episode suggests that old perceptions die hard, especially when they echo in the strategic corridors of South Asia. The Firstpost editorial did more than simply criticize Anwar's offer. It questioned Malaysia's neutrality and grouped the country with Iran, another state whose recent overtures to mediate between India and Pakistan were similarly scorned. The Indian publication argued that both nations had displayed open sympathies toward Pakistan, thus disqualifying themselves from any role as honest brokers. This criticism may be pointed, even harsh, but it cannot be dismissed. In a region scarred by decades of mistrust and with a history of war, mediation is not simply about goodwill. It is about credibility, acceptance, and strategic relevance. Even offers wrapped in diplomacy can be rejected if the interlocutor is seen as compromised or partisan. That said, the episode should not be viewed as a diplomatic failure, but as a moment of reflection. Malaysia's aspiration to play a more active role on the world stage is not misplaced, but it must be pursued with an awareness of the complex geopolitical terrain. Mediation, especially between longtime rivals like India and Pakistan, is a delicate act requiring not only neutrality, but also consent from both parties and a keen sensitivity to historical grievances. In a multipolar world, regional powers like Malaysia can and should speak up for peace and justice. But effective diplomacy also requires strategic clarity and the patience to build trust. Anwar Ibrahim's instincts as a statesman are clear. The execution, however, must be more finely tuned to the realities of hard power and regional memory. For now, the message from New Delhi is unambiguous. When it comes to Kashmir, no third party, however well-meaning, need apply. Malaysiakini. Indian news outlet slams Anwar's Kashmir mediation offer. 6th of May 2025. A heartfelt light. To every soul whose hand did give, you've helped me dream, helped me live. In darkest hours your light came through, with hearts so kind, so pure, so true. Your gifts, like stars in deepest night, have steered me gently toward the light. Each coin, each word, each silent prayer, a thread of hope, so rich, so rare. My eyes once dimmed now seek the skies, and slowly, clearer visions rise. Because of you, I dare to see the world again, its grace, its plea. Your compassion's flame will not just stay with me alone. It lights the way for others wandering through despair, to feel the warmth of selfless care. You've shown what love in action means, in quiet ways through giving scenes. You've built a bridge from soul to soul and made the broken feel more whole. So let this thanks rise like a song, a melody both soft and strong. May your example gently call more hearts to rise to give. To fall into the joy of lifting pain, of planting hope where none remains. Your kindness walks beside me still, a light, a love, a living will.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.